Yeah, hello! What's good, everybody? It's your boy Roman Puss with a special guest today. Here we got my boy Uncle F. Say hi.
What's up, guys? What's up? Uncle F here.
And today we're gonna be going over the top 10 things that we don't like about OPBR. Now I know it's fairly negative, and but we ain't always negative. We got a positive one. We got the top 10 things that we do like over on Uncle Forgiven's channel. So be sure to go check out that vid too. I'll leave it down in the description or pin the comment or something. And yeah, so let's get started with our top 10 points. Now, starting at number 10, it's the needing 7 copies to max a character.
Yeah.
Gems, especially being a free-to-play player, you don't come by the most unless you're super smart at saving them, and that's always an option too.
Yeah.
But the fact that you need 7 copies is quite a lot, given you have a 1% chance. How do you feel, Uncle Ed?
Okay. So, my problem with this is how important dupes are. So, I think in other gachas that are PvP focused, like Dragon Ball Legends, getting dupes will benefit you, but not so much so. But in this game, you kind of need 6 stars, at least level 90 characters to compete or somewhat compete. And so that's a lot of duplicates, especially for characters that are super rare, like Bounty Festival ones. And you'll have to commit months and months on one single character to max them. And I mean, that's very unfortunate. There are so many characters, but you'll have to focus on one that you really want to play. So that sucks.
Right. Like, I'd be all down if it was like dupes give you like kind of extra bonus effects that like makes them super great. But like the fact that you need them to kind of make them useful is kind of what ruins them.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that. Moving on. Number 9, we got the disparities in some of the systems, like the boost system, medals, levels. It's the fact that you kind of need to have a main and play a lower amount of characters. Like, you can't summon on all the things unless you're like the biggest whale ever. But, well, shoot, I guess that.
And even then, it's gonna be tough.
If you want to max them or whatever, you there's no way like maxing them every time. Then you're a giant whale. I summon like fairly on most of them, but I don't like max them each time. But just the fact that it kind of like cuts things off. Like there's different like certain people can have better medals than other people, which kind of obviously puts them at a disadvantage. And then there's like the level differences, and like the boost system also kind of furthers that even more. So
and support as well.
Yeah, and support as well. Like that support takes a while to stack up. Even I am still stacking up. Like my blue support is terrible. But yeah, do you have anything else to add on that, Uncle?
Yeah, like the thing is, it's very unfortunate that we have to pull a lot, but it also is very unfortunate that once we pull the character we want, we'll have to invest so much to compete with people that are using a main. So like people that use Blackbeard and Shanks or have been using these characters since Anniversary, and they have them at level 100 boost too, even if you get a counter to those characters somehow, well, unless they're boost to level 100 as well, you're gonna have a tougher time to deal with those characters.
Right.
And then that's not, and then with all the other things like having 18% medals, having this higher percentage in support is definitely going to be a hurdle as well. But hey, this is how the game has been going on. So kind of unfortunate that we're forced to have a main right now.
It is what it is, but yeah. Honestly, I could count the exact number of mains that I've had in my hand, but that's like the main people that I've focused on.
Yeah.
But
I've been using Bikini Nami for a year. She's been my main for a whole year. Yeah, I mean, I love that character, and she's still one of the best characters in the game. But ignoring that, it's unfortunate. I remember when the boost system came out, I said exactly this. Like, now you're kind of forced to have a main, and that's the worst thing. When you have so many, like such a big roster, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Number 8, we got trying. So I've encountered this myself, and it's kind of tilted me a lot because you have to force yourself to climb this. But getting top 100 should be a little more skill based rather than just kind of grind based. Kind of like Overwatch or League of Legends. It's just too much. Like, literally, if you play the most, then you'll be there. And I don't know. I guess there's like other things that affect this, which we'll bring up in other points. But since you lose less than what the amount that you can win, you can lose like 3 times, and if you scored like number 1 each time, then you win once, and you can pretty much have all your points back. Nearly. You'll be down like maybe like 20 points or so, but you could for sure lose like 2 games and be able to win those back in 1.
Yeah, so I don't think like I think a lot of people might take this point as in we don't think you should play a lot to be top 100. No. We think you should still play a lot, but it's not about. It shouldn't be a competition on who plays the most and who has the most free time. It should be out of the people that play a lot, who is actually the best.
Right.
So like in Overwatch, you cannot be top 100 or top 500 by playing like one game a day. That's just not gonna happen. You're not gonna be good enough to compete unless you're some sort of prodigy or whatever. But yeah, so we still think you should play a lot. I think you recommended 10,000 score to be the minimum to get placed in top 100. So yeah, once you're at 10,000 score, it should somehow implement a skill-based system and that's it. You shouldn't have to get like 1 million score to be number one. Just it's kind of dumb.
Side question: how would you feel if they made it that like if you got longer queue times? Like basically, you have to wait longer to match up to get people closer to your skill and evenly distribute that. Would you think that's fine?
I think that would be fine for the higher tier. So maybe
Right.
SS or maybe the higher SS. Definitely for S plus and lower, it shouldn't be the case because if you're an S plus or lower, you're definitely a casual player or a new player, and the last thing you would want is for those players to feel like they can't get into a game
Right.
and then
No,
hate the game.
100%. Like I'm thinking just like
Yeah.
top 100, top 50 or something.
Then for sure.
Yeah. Alrighty. And then kind of something else that affects grinding top 100 that is an issue. A lot of people are mad at this. Number 7 is the hackers and scripters. Given game, like the modes in this, like challenge battle and league battle, both are like have issues with this because in challenge battle you get people who can just write a script because they don't have to win. All they have to do is play. So when you see those players who are still a player at the end, they have the ID code that's not 0, and they just have a garbage skill and walk around like they are bots because they are a bot. It's just like some code programming them to run the flags and do stuff, and they just have to play it and run it 24/7, which will rack up a score because you're getting points no matter what. So.
And I mean, I don't want to blame scripters because I mean, I hate challenge battles as well. You know, you should not be a scripter. You know, you should play. You know, if you want reward, you should work for your rewards. But a challenge battle is a bad system. I don't like it. I never liked it. I think it should be encouraged to play more league battles and not implement stupid based modes. But I'm scripter is whatever. I don't care about challenge battles. But yeah, it's definitely unfortunate when you lose a game because there's a scripter, or when you can't grind top 100 or top 1000 for 18% medals because you're competing with people that have a script on all day.
Right.
That's it.
Exactly. You're just a human being. It's not going to compete with that. I mean, I'm sure they turn it off and actually start playing sometimes, but either way, they're still
like if you script and you just go for the point limit, then you're not the worst person ever because like you cannot compete for top 5000 with just getting the points.
That's true.
So if you're just scripting to get the points because you don't like challenge battles, no hate. But if you're going for top 100 and you script, like no, fuck you.
I would think that's fine because you're not taking anything from any other players.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's always. And then hackers in League Battle. They finally got those hackers that were running rank 1 and 2 and stuff for like how many seasons? What, like 20, 25? It was like 20. I think it was like at least like 20 seasons. It was done before 25.
Probably.
Yeah.
Next thing... I'm lucky. I only dealt with one hacker, or maybe 2, maximum 3 since launch. But at the top levels, you're definitely gonna face some hackers more often at least.
For sure, I've been in them a few times. I think one is actually one of my previous videos. But next up, number 6, the Cola Shop. We gotta love how not very useful that is. I mean, I get cola characters. I don't know. In a way, Bandai I think can make money just fine off cola characters if they make them really cool. Like, people would be mad, but I think Styzmask would be a really good cola unit character. He seems befitting for that. Like, he holds like the same reputation as like Soga King. Like everyone was loving Soga King, and I don't know. I think it makes sense. But
look, I don't mind who's a cola character because as we saw with Soga King, they can make them really, really good. So if he's a cola character, as long as he's good, you know, I don't want him to be a cola character and be bad, like Bridal Nami, for example. But but yeah, the thing is, Bandai seems very stupid because cola characters, like it's not something that will benefit free-to-play players. Like there's only one reason that a lot of people have Sogeking, and that's because we did not get a cola character before that in months, and most people skip Bridal Nami even if they could afford it.
Right.
So that's why a lot of people had tons of cola saved up. That being said, if they release like a cola character every 2-3 months, most of the player base, and I mean most of the player base, won't be able to afford all these cola characters. And so it just seems dumb that they're not releasing them, because if anything, it will make people want to pull more, even if they know they can get dupes, because the dupes will allow them to get their favorite cola character.
Exactly.
And so it feels weird. I don't know why they don't release more cola characters.
Yeah, I think it profit both sides. So
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe Bandai has some statistics that we don't see.
Yeah. But at launch, like when the first cola characters came out, even though I had at that point spent like maybe up to $100 and I summoned quite a bit up to then, and I've been playing since launch, I couldn't even afford getting the character, like getting the cola character. Forget getting them to level 70 or 80 or 90. I couldn't even just get the 500 cola to get them, because to start getting cola, remember, you have to have a level 100 character and then pull dupes of that character. So what are the odds of you getting a dupe of the one character you have max, right? So you need to have many characters max so you can get many dupes of those max characters. So like,
Exactly.
it's weird. It's just weird. Bandai, come on, step up your game, bro.
True. Alrighty. Number 5, we got, I guess this is stepping back to the other things, is the challenge battle for all 8 cruise battles.
Yeah.
Gotta love, it's just a grind fest. If you want those medals, you gotta kind of take away any free time that you have and start committing it to that, because that's like all it is. I've grinded them, like there's 2 things I grinded for. It was like the 18% attack, no, it was defense medals one time, and just to get top 100, and it was annoying. That's probably why I hate playing Rayleigh and Sengoku, because I got so bored of them in that mode.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a tons of treasure, I believe, on the Fishman Island map.
For you? That was when you got sick of it?
No, that's when I played Sengoku and Rayleigh. That was the challenge battle that came out for them.
Oh, no, it's definitely... I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. They're too much of a grind. I think the rewards should be, I don't know, kind of differently placed. It's too... just grind your life away, but...
Like, for someone like me who doesn't grind for the top 18% or top 5%, sorry, or top 5k, sorry, I don't care, because it's not that bad. But it's really bad when there are no point boosters. Luckily for me, point boosters is a pay-to-win system, right? Because it kind of forces you to have these characters. Luckily, I have most of the characters in the game, so I will have tons of the point boosters. And so it allows me to go through these boring events fast, right? I can commit 2 days of my life, grind them out, and never touch them for the next 2 weeks, and I like that. But when there's no point boosters, I pretty much guarantee I won't go for the max score, because they're boring. I want to play league battles. I want to play against people my level with my support. I want to play against a B player. Like, it's so weird. I just don't get it. I don't understand why they force us to play these modes. Brawl 8 is fine. I like the OG Brawl 8 way more than Brawl 8 in its current state.
Yeah.
But cruise battles and most challenge battles, they're so boring. Tons of treasure, it feels dumb. Like it's like just run around, capture flags. Like on a new map, it can be interesting for a day, and then it gets pretty stupid.
Exactly. The Marineford Brawl 8 I can't stand because of Shanks. It's just that stage is terrible. But the Fishman, or Arlong Park one, I think is great. I like that one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next up, number 4. This one you've heard me grind and whine about is the no lobby or tourneys or friendlies at all. So those of you that join my viewer battles on Saturdays, just some of you can't get in, and issues like this. It's just, it's a very PvP and like kind of like playing with other players type of game. Like you should be able to have a lobby system. It's
for sure.
It just should be there.
Like people always want like to be able to like duo queue, like play like me and Roman, for example, we play together and then go into a league battle game. I don't know if they want to implement that, because it is a phone game and most people are not going to be so competitive to get like to play with people, and then it can be cheesed out. Like I could just play with 3 amazing players and we can guarantee we'll get to the top, so it will be easy win. And then having a 4v4 where everyone's in a queue together, is gonna take so much time in the matchmaking. So I don't know if they want to ever implement that. But in the fun modes, like let me play with my friends in private battles where it means nothing to anyone.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like cool modes when we play with friends, like a 1v1 or a 2v2, like a Brawl 8 type thing where it's just like 2v2. So that I could play like, you know, in a 2v2 system with other people. You know, YouTubers will have tons of fun with that. I could do 1v1s with Roman, and, you know, Roman can do a 1v1 with someone else, and we could do a lot of things with that.
I think boss battle would be so fun, just being able to play with whoever.
Yeah.
It would be great. Best you can do is snipe for now, I guess. But
yeah. It's like, guys, let's click at the same time and hope for the best. Like,
true. Next up,
boss battle, I'd say, is an exception. I like boss battles a bit because it's mindless. You don't need to actually try to win. Just tap on the enemy. And usually they try to bring new systems and new mechanics, so they're always trying to improve it. So that's nice. Like from Bullet to the anniversary one to the Big Mom one, and now hopefully the Dofi one will be also an upgrade. They bring up with new maps. It can be very interesting. And I like it. Playing it for the 100th time gets kind of annoying, but the first few couple tens of runs is fun. Bikini Nami.
Oh my Jesus. All right, number 3, the EX characters. Now, I don't want to speak on them for long because I feel like every time I hear their names now, it's just starting to. I'm even annoying myself with how much I have to hear their names.
Yeah.
I honestly don't want more. I want the tier eliminated. I don't want the it's unnecessary. We have Bounty Fests, they're fine. Bounty Fests are good, and just drop them down to that tier. I think that would be the best solution rather than like adding more. But
yeah, like we spoke of 100 ways that there are differences in players. Like once you have a main, and now to add a whole new layer of EX is a problem. At worst, please, Banda, at least remove their broken team boost. Like if you want them to have 6 traits, whatever, right? They're broken enough, it's fine. If you want to keep the EX system, but remove the team boost, man. That's too broken.
It's disgusting. Or like allow us
force
to, like,
the same EX amount on both teams.
How would you feel about an upgradable team boost on like your main characters? So like, I could have Mama and I could upgrade her thing, and I think she gives the attack one actually. She doesn't even give the health one. Not that many people give the health one, surprisingly.
Yeah. But nah, I don't want that because it adds a whole new thing of, hey, like you want to use this character, well, not only do you have to get medal support boost, but you also have to get the materials to get to get them to evolve to an EX team boost. So like it will force you into a main even more because you invested so much into a character.
Yeah.
Like one of the reasons a lot of people don't want to leave Blackbeard and Shanks is because they say they invested so much into it. Which, I mean, you know, it's your fault for investing into OP characters. Like, get good, bro. But
yes,
like,
true.
Yeah. And then the people that use the excuse of, oh my god, I love Shanks in the anime, so I want to use him. Well, no, you don't, because if your favorite character was Luffy and Luffy's like in time skip, Luffy stopped being good, most players stop using him.
Yes.
So no,
that is so true. If Shanks ever stops being good, he will.
Yeah, exactly. So stop lying to us and stop lying to yourselves. You want to play Shanks because he's OP, and that's it.
Or at least, because the thing is, people, even if you like playing Shanks, I'm sure people would tough it out and stuff, but after so long, you get so tilted from just being so much weaker and being at a disadvantage. Like, I was trying to bring back playing Mama, but she literally stands 0 chance against Snake Man, because his basic attacks are like 3 times Mama's range, and if I don't have my skills up, then I'm literally just like a big like punching bag for a Snake Man. So like, there's literally like no point in playing her, and since Snake Man's like 90% of games that he shows up, there's just no point in playing her right now. I want to play her, but I can't. I'm so sick of just being useless to my team. So next up, this one, we just had some buffs and stuff. But adding buffs in a patch is not balance changes. But this next patch, number 2, is the lack of balance changes. Just buffing characters, older characters after so long, that's not balancing. It's just not how it is. No, nerfs and buffs.
It's in the right direction.
It is something, so it helps, but I just we need nerfs as well. I want nerfs to specific characters. Obviously, we know the main ones, but I'm sure other ones could use it too. But I want nerfs and buffs, and like, even if they screw up, go back and change it. Like, say they over nerf someone, they can go back and buff them again, or buff something else on them, so they don't just go back to being the way they were. So
yeah, like I think for sure, like the buffs we just got, I think the only two that I think Roman agrees with me here is that the only two that it kind of positively impacted, like we can see a rise in their gameplay, would be Hina and Jinbei. Like we've seen like very few Hinas and Jinbeis recently, so maybe we can see a bit more now. But as for the other characters, people will try them out, of course, but in general, I think it's just, if you use these characters, it's a nice and welcome buff. If you don't use these characters, it's not a reason to go back and use them.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe Hina, I'm really excited for the Hina changes. Like, I think she was good, and now she's really good. And Jinbei was good, and now he's also really good. So, I'm really excited to see that.
He was already hitting like a truck, he's going to hit like a bigger truck now. So,
yeah.
And
then teleport you to another world.
Alright, and our last point, this one's been a point for quite a while. I honestly am not 100% positive if it's solvable just because it's a global game, is the connection issues.
Yeah.
Lots of players be raging all over the social pages on how they get disconnected, and I think the main problem is just a global server. I don't know if Bandai truly can fix it or if it's really their problem. They may be using a third-party service to host the servers, so honestly, it could not even be Bandai for all we know.
My thing is that we can't find out if like all players have a good internet connection, right? Because it's 8 random people playing a mobile game, right? So there's gonna be some guy playing outside, some guy playing with an amazing internet connection, and there's so many problems with an online-based mobile game. But I mean, there are mobile games that have good connections and good servers. I'm sure like when Blizzard releases its phone game, it's gonna have really good servers. And I'm not gonna compare Blizzard to Bandai, of course, but
there's a big difference.
Yeah, of course, but like, come on, a bit better than these servers, man. Like, I can't play the game and die when I have a yellow shield. I don't want to die when I turn the corner, but on their screen I didn't. I don't. It's just weird. Like, come on, for a PvP focused game, it's like you can't have this. It's like in co-op or PvP based co-op games, we can't have lag. It just cannot be a thing. Like, how do you want this to be a skill-based game, which already it isn't? It's more of a pay-to-win game, or not a pay-to-win, but like, it's not exactly a fair game. It's already not that. So at least allow us to actually have the right connection to allow us to outplay players and not die because of connection or these disconnects or things like that. Like, if you have bad internet, that's your problem. But if you have good internet, stable connection, you're playing at home, you can use your internet fine, and then the only bad thing is bounty rush. I mean,
that's very true. But yes,
the game has been out for over a year and a half.
Yes, and they've had plenty of time to work out any kinks and whatnot. So
yeah,
I don't know. But that wraps up all our issues, things that we would like to see fixed with Bounty Rush. Will they get fixed? Maybe. Hopefully, we'll see. Bandai, if you see this video, I love you, but please just try and work with these. Try and do better. Great with the characters, but other these issues would be great to be solved. But with that, that's all I have. Thank you, Uncle Forgiven, for coming and joining me on my channel.
Thanks for having me.
Hells yes. And with that, I'm gonna be taking off. Yeah, hurry! Peace, beautiful people.
Peace.